Hello, guys. You're welcome to Crypto Space. I'm Chumbo Augustine. Well, you probably must have heard people, analysts say that Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000 this year. Well, certainly no one can actually confidently um, predict the market because the market is driven by the forces of demand and supply, and these investors pushing into the market have emotions, and the emotions also play a long role in the movement of the market because they go in and go out when they feel it's okay, and when they feel their strategies is asking them to go in, and when their strategies is asking them to go out, and that you cannot totally determine. But I'm here to tell you that the market is never going to hit $100,000 this year based on how the market has moved so far. Now, let's take a good look at how the market has moved right from November last year, up till now, and up till when it got to its all-time low this year, 2022. Now, if you check on it hit its all-time high November last year. It came to $69,000. Now Bitcoin hit $69,000 November last year, and that was on the ninth. Yes, on the ninth of November. It hit 69,000, and since then it has witnessed a strong downtrend, which is from November up till January when it had its all-time low this year. Yes, January 20th when it had its all-time low this year. You can see that its all-time low, $32,917,000. That's its all-time low this year, not for last year, but for this year. Now, since then, it is still downtrending. But although it's pushed up a little bit, but if you check the chart, it is not much of a significant growth that can actually push it to $100,000. Now, if you ask me where Bitcoin is probably going to get to this year or its all-time high this year, I'm certainly still going to say within the neighborhood of its current all-time high. It's going to go around 62,000, 65,000, but it's never going to get over $70,000 this year. Because if you check the chart, it moves straight down right from 69,000 down to $32,917. Now you can see that here. You can see that here. And then where it's at today, it's fluctuating around 40,000, 240,500. You can see how it's fluctuating. So right now, with the movement of the chart and how the market has gone so far, and even if you check historically how the market has gone so far, it's definitely hard for the market to hit $100,000 this year. So what I'm postulating and what I'm predicting, it's around 62, $65,000 this year. Well, like it certainly might still not go as I'm saying it because the market is driven by the forces of demand and supply, which sometimes you cannot control, which sometimes you don't have a control over because emotions are involved. Investors tell themselves when to go in based on strategies they've built so far, based on their indicators and everything they're using to trade. They tell themselves when they go in and when they go out, and that you cannot determine at the time. So if you're an investor, invest wisely at a point. Well, if you ask me, this is actually a good time to buy because it's definitely going to push up a bit and then drops down again. Well, like this is not a financial advice. If you're going in, you're going in at your own financial risk because I'm just a guy in his own space saying what he knows based on what he has observed and what he has studied. So the market certainly now will hit 60,000 and 63 and 64, 65,000 in the long run, but it's definitely not going to get to $100,000. Yes, it's not getting to $100,000. It's probably going to get to $100,000 next year or probably next 2 years. Yes, that's what I'm looking at next year or next 2 years. But $100,000, I don't think so. Well, if you find this content useful, kindly like and click the subscribe button for more. I'm still Chungwe Augustine. Thank you for sticking around.